Hey, what's up you guys, it's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to go into chapter 3 of book 1 of The Murder House by James Patterson and David Ellis. So let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, I suggest you click off the video now. Excuse me, you have been warned. Chapter 3. The funeral of Melanie Phillips is heavily attended, filling the pews of the Presbyterian Church and overflowing onto Main Street. She was all of 20 years old when she was murdered, every day of which she lived in Bridgehampton. Poor girl never got to see the world, though for some people the place you grew up in is your world. Maybe that was Melanie. Maybe all she ever wanted to be was a waitress at Tatsy's Diner, serving steamers and lobster to tourists and townies and the occasional rich couple looking to drink in the local environment. But with her looks, at least from what I've seen in photos, she probably had bigger plans. A young woman like that, with luminous brown hair and sculpted features, could have been in magazines. That, no doubt, is why she caught the attention of Zach Stern, the head of a talent agency that included A-list celebrities, a man who owned his own jet and who liked to hang out in the Hamptons now and then. And that, no doubt, is also why she caught the attention of Noah Walker, who apparently had quite an affinity for young Melanie himself, and must not have taken too kindly to her affair with Zach. It was only 4 nights ago that Zachary Stern and Melanie Phillips were found dead, victims of a brutal murder in a rental house near the beach that Zach had leased for the week. The carnage was brutal enough that Melanie's service was closed casket, so the crowd is due in part to Melanie's local popularity and in part to the media interest given Zach Stern's notoriety in Hollywood. It is also due, I am told, to the fact that the murders occurred at 7 Ocean Drive, which among the locals has become known as the Murder House. Now we've moved to the burial, which is just next door to the church. It allows the throng that couldn't get inside the church to mill around the south end of the cemetery where Melanie Phillips will be laid to rest. There must be 300 people here, if you count the media, which for the most part are keeping a respectful distance even while they snap their photographs. The overhead sun at midday is strong enough for squinting and sunglasses, both of which make it harder for me to do what I came here to do, which is to check out the people attending the funeral to see if anyone pings my radar. Some of these creeps like to come and watch the sorrow they cause, so it's standard operating procedure to scan the crowd and crime scenes and funerals. Remind me why we're here, Detective Murphy, says my partner, Isaac Marks. I'm paying my respects. You didn't know Melanie, he says. True enough. I don't know anyone around here. Once upon a time, my family came here every summer, a good 3-week stretch, straddling June and July, to stay with Uncle Langdon and Aunt Chloe. In memories of those summers, beaches and boat rides and fishing off the docks, and at age 8. For some reason, I never knew my family stopped coming after that until 9 months ago when I joined the force. I hadn't set foot in the Hamptons for 18 years. I'm working on my suntan, I say. Not to mention, says Isaac, ignoring my remark, that we already have our bad guy in custody. Also true, we arrested Noah Walker yesterday. He'll get a bond hearing tomorrow, but there's no way the judge is going to bond him out on a double murder. And might I further add, says Isaac, that this isn't even your case. Right again. I volunteered to lead the team arresting Noah, but I wasn't given the case. In fact, the chief, my aforementioned Uncle Langdon, is handling the matter personally. The town, especially the hoity-toity millionaires along the beach, just about busted a collective gut once the celebrity agent Zach Stern was brutally murdered in their scenic little hamlet. It's the kind of case that could cost the chief his job if he isn't careful. I'm told the town supervisor has been calling him on the hour for updates. So why am I here at the funeral for someone I don't know on a case that isn't mine? Because I'm bored. Because since I left the NYPD, I haven't seen any action. And because I've handled more homicides in 8 years on the force than all these cops in Bridgehampton put together. Translation, I wanted the case and I was a little displeased when I didn't get it. Who's that? I asked, gesturing across the way to an odd-looking man in a green cap with long stringy hair and ratty clothes. Deep-set, creepy eyes then seem to wander. He shifts his weight from foot to foot, unable to stay still. Isaac pushes down his sunglasses to get a better look. Oh, that's Aiden Willis, he says. He works for the church, probably dug Melanie's grave. Looks like he slept in it first. Oh my gosh. Isaac likes that. Seriously, Murphy? You're looking for suspects with all you know about the case, which is diddly squat. You don't like Noah Walker for the murders? I'm not saying that, I answer. You're not denying it either. I consider that. He's right, of course. What the hell do I know about Noah Walker or the evidence against him? He may not have jumped out at me as someone who just committed a brutal double murder, but when do public faces ever match private misdeeds? I once busted a second-grade school teacher who was selling heroin to the high school kids, and a teenage volunteer who was bottling the corpses in the basement of the hospital. Boning the corpses in the basement of a hospital. You never know people, and I've known Noah Walker for all of 30 minutes. Go home, says Isaac. Go work out. Already did that this morning. Or see the ocean. I've seen it already. It's a really big body of water. Or have a drink. Yeah, a glass of wine might be in my future, but first I'm going to take a quick detour. A detour that could probably get me in a lot of trouble. That is the end of this chapter. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.